sitting around talking. Go back to the living room, see what Chris and Ariane are doing.
We're in the living room.
The living room, sitting around.
Hey, it's time now to take a little trip on this week's Wreck on the Road.
That's right, Ariane. Since the holidays are here, I wanted to keep with the theme and find something special to shine the light on. We are talking trains on this week's edition of Wreck on the Road.
Well, there is something about a train at Christmas, whether it brings back memories of a Lionel train cruising around your tree as a child, or just reading the Polar Express or watching it on DVD. Well, this impressive steam locomotive was built in the early 1900s. It sits about 300 yards from our Hampton Roads Show studio. This will be a museum open to the public this spring. Now, Wreck on the Road really wanted to see a train in action. So we're going to head to Chesapeake, where I found a woman who has an impressive train setup in her backyard. I'm at the home of Teya Caple-Woods in Chesapeake, and Teya, you've got an impressive train. Tell me all about it.
Thank you. I started the layout in April of '97, and we've added on the last few years. The last thing was the train yard, and a few months ago we did add the train going into the shed. I have 2 towns. I normally run about 3 trains. We are battery operated. I can run electric if I need to.
I noticed when you look around your train set that there are a whole bunch of little worlds and neighborhoods set up. What's the idea behind them all?
Well, I mean, you got to have real people and town and stuff in order to be a little realistic and stuff. So, I've got the neighborhood back here in the downtown area.
What if I told you that the motorcycle cop eating the donut's my favorite? No offense to all the police out there. Does this train set take you away to a different land and a different time?
Yeah, you get out here and you just imagine you're traveling, and I like to travel and stuff, and I do take the train a lot when I do travel. The sound makes 100% of getting out here and imagining that you're traveling, that you can hear that whistle or the bell or the chuck.
How did you get started and interested in trains?
My father. He built the layout for the boys during Christmas. He'd always start in the summertime and do a different layout and whatnot. And of course they have no interest in it at all. But I just picked up the hobby. I just like it and stuff. Unfortunately he's passed and he didn't get to see this layout.
That's interesting that your dad built this for the boys, yet his little girl was the one who fell in love with trains.
Yeah, yes, it is true. And like I said, I don't know why my brothers never really picked it up after they got older and stuff, but I still love it. I normally set up a layout in the house at Christmas time.
Let's talk about trains at Christmas time. I know everyone gets a little reminiscent of when they were children and trains. What is it about Christmas and trains?
I think it's just the excitement of having Christmas, and then you've got the train under the tree, something's moving and stuff, and it just brings out the kid in everybody at Christmas time. It's just a nice thing to have around your tree.
And something tells me, Teya, that you're a kid all the time because you enjoy this train every day and every night of the year.
Oh yes. Like I say, it's a relaxing hobby and stuff. After you can come home from work and you can come out here and run your trains and forget about everything else. so it keeps that little kid in you.
There you have it. Teya Caple-Woods, this week's subject on Wreck on the Road. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you.
Merry Christmas to you and Happy Holidays too. Thank you.
I think the moral to this story is if you're sitting there at home and you have a train under the tree and you have little boys standing by, don't neglect the little girl. You just never know. The girl picked up on it.
That's awesome. She built it for her sons and she ended up loving it.
Yeah, and man, it is impressive.
It is very impressive.
She's
That's
got
right in her
a cool
backyard.
train, man, and she sits out there all night long and just relaxes and takes her away to Fantasyland.
Very good. I like that one. Everybody was in there just watching in the studio like, oh.
I want to go on a train ride. Let's go for a train ride.
Oh, that was the good one. Good job. Well.